Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you have ever struggled with what to cook during the week, this video is for you. Today I'll be showing you 4 easy and delicious meals you can prep for the week. Simple, tasty and perfect for busy days. I started by thoroughly washing the proteins for this dish. The first was the beef, chicken, goat meat and fish to make sure everything is clean and ready for cooking. After washing, I sorted the meats separately. The chicken will be used for stew, while the other proteins will be used for different soups. After separating the meat and chicken, I thoroughly cleaned the fish and placed it in the air fryer to smoke it, creating a deep smoky flavor similar to smoked fish. For the soups, I'll be using dried catfish, oporo, also known as large dried prawns or crayfish, and stockfish to build a rich traditional flavor. I've also washed these fishes and set them aside for cooking. But if you don't have these fishes mentioned in this video, you can go ahead to cook with anything available to you. I started by adding the stockfish and meat into a pot. Then I added onions, fresh pepper, salt and seasoning cubes for flavor. I mixed everything and I left it to cook. I cooked the protein in separate pots because I'll be using the chicken for stew while the meat for soup. That was why I added the stockfish to the protein for soup, because the stockfish takes time to boil and I want it to boil so well until it's very soft and chewable. While the meat for the soup is getting ready, I will go ahead to prepare the chicken for stew. For the chicken, I added blended ginger and garlic. I added onions, chicken seasoning. I'll be using chicken seasoning for the chicken stew. I added pepper, thyme, curry powder, dried rosemary and salt. I mixed everything well and covered it up and let all the proteins cook separately. As the proteins are cooking, I went ahead to wash and prep fresh tomatoes for the next step. I will also be prepping other vegetables I'll be using for the soup. I'll be making ogbono and okra soup, so I'll be prepping the okra. My okra is frozen, so I'll blend it. Then for the vegetable, I'm also using the kale leaf. I'll be prepping this also. In a blender, I added chopped onions, tomatoes and red bell pepper. I'll blend everything to smooth. I'll be using it to make stew, and also I'll also blend more peppers that I'll be using to make the egusi soup. This is the second blend. I'll be using this one to make just the egusi soup. It's not going to be as smooth as the one for the stew. After blending and prepping my vegetables for the stew and soup, I went ahead to check my proteins. At this point, the chicken is boiling so well. I'm using the hard chicken, so I will add more water to it and allow it to boil. Then I went ahead to check the beef. It's also boiling and I added some water to allow it boil very well. I'm getting the fish ready for the stew. I'll be frying the fish. You can also put the fish in an air fryer, but I want to fry the fish so that it can add more flavor to the stew. I'll be using the oil I used to fry the fish to make the stew. After frying the fish, I will set the fish aside, then use that same oil to make the stew. First, I added onions to the oil. I added salt, curry powder, thyme and seasoning cube to the fish and allow it to sit for some time before frying it. To make the stew, I added onions, curry powder, thyme, ginger and garlic. I will give this a very quick mix so that all the flavor can be released. Then the next thing I'll be adding will be the tomato paste. After adding the tomato paste, I'll fry it for some time on a medium heat. After the tomato paste is well fried, before I will add the blended tomato, then cover and allow it to cook. I covered and allowed it to cook for 10 minutes. Then I went ahead to add the chicken water that was extracted while cooking the chicken. I also added seasoning cube. Then I'll give it a quick mix, cover and allow the stew to keep boiling while I go ahead to prepare the soups. The proteins I'll be using for the stew is ready. In a pot, I added vegetable oil, then the blended pepper with onions. I added it, then give it a quick mix so that it can fry very well. At this point, I'm beginning to make the egusi soup. After frying the pepper for 1 minute, I added seasoning cube, salt and crayfish powder, and I will keep on mixing. If you're still watching this video to this moment, this is the right time to subscribe to our channel. Thank you to our amazing subscribers for watching. Thank you for always sharing and also leaving your comment. I'm getting the egusi ready. I mixed the egusi with the meat stock. You can use your meat stock to mix the egusi. It adds more flavor to it. After mixing it some time, I'll proceed to fry the egusi in the sauce that was already made. I'll keep on putting it in balls on a medium heat and allow it to fry for 5 to 10 minutes before adding other ingredients. While the egusi was cooking, I went ahead to check the stew, and at this point the stew is frying so well. The chicken I boiled earlier, I put it in an air fryer and allow it to air fry. Then I will add it in the stew and give it a quick mix. You can also choose to fry the chicken if you don't want to use the air fryer. I added the chicken to the stew and I gave it a quick mix and allowed the stew to cook. I will cover the chicken and the stew to boil for 5 minutes. I want the stew to penetrate into the chicken. Then I will add the fish. Remember the fish we fried earlier. That will be the last thing I'll be adding to the stew. After that, our stew is ready. While the stew is cooking for some minutes, I went ahead to check the egusi, and at this point the egusi is well fried. I'll be adding other ingredients to the soup. I added the fish and the meat stock to the soup to give it more flavor, and I went ahead to check the stew, and the stew is ready. The oil is floating on top, so the stew is well done. I'll go ahead to add the fish, the fried fish. After adding the fried fish, I just give it quick mix, and right now the stew is ready, which is our first dish. We still have 3 more to go. The second one is the egusi soup, and it is already in progress. This stew was so delicious because the fish and the chicken gave it a very nice flavor. I would love to know in the comment section if you'll be making your stew this way. Try it. I bet you enjoy it. It was so delicious. At this point, our stew is ready, and you know, once we have stew at home, we can use it to eat anything. We can use it to eat rice, we can use it to eat yam, we can also use it to eat rice and stew. So prepping stew and keeping it makes cooking fast and easy. Back to our egusi soup. Our egusi soup is boiling so well and it's ready to receive other ingredients. I'll be adding the fish, the dry fish, the smoked fish, and also the okporo, the big crayfish. I'll add all these to the egusi soup and give it a quick mix and allow it to keep boiling. I also added the proteins and Combine everything together, just give it a mix, then cover it and allow it to cook for 10 to 15 minutes. While this pot of goodness is cooking, I also added more crayfish to give it more flavor. I added the blended crayfish to it, then I added salt and gave it a mix. I also added seasoning cube and cover to cook. At this point, I started cooking the third dish. In a pot, I added palm oil, then I added blended ogbono. I'm going to mix this ogbono with the oil, then keep on mixing. After mixing, I will go in with the meat stock. After adding the meat stock, I mix again. The ogbono is well mixed. I went ahead to add blended crayfish. After that, I added blended pepper and onions. Then I'll give it a quick mix, cover it and allow it to cook for 2 to 5 minutes. While the ogbono is cooking, I went ahead to check up on the egusi and I added the vegetable that was prepared earlier for the egusi. If you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave your comments in the comment section below. After adding the vegetables, I mixed everything. Make sure to mix well so that it can combine. Then I covered the pot and allowed the egusi and the vegetable to cook. Yay! At this point, I'm super excited because our third dish is almost getting ready. Can you see how beautiful this soup is looking now? Everything is well combined and cooked well. The most interesting part is that this soup is so delicious. I went back to check the ogbono and the ogbono is well cooked. Then I'll be adding the dried fish, smoked fish, and also the big crayfish. Then cover and allow it to cook for 2 minutes before adding other ingredients. I also added the meats that was boiled earlier. The ogbono soup is already drawing so well. After adding the proteins, I mixed and I added crayfish. Then I added the okra. After adding the okra, I mixed so well so that all the ingredients can be combined. Can you see how beautiful our ogbono and okra soup is already looking? If you are enjoying this video, please leave your comment below and also like our video. Don't forget to share this video with your loved ones. The last ingredient I'll be adding to this ogbono soup is the vegetable. After adding the vegetable, I will allow it to cook for 2 to 5 minutes, and after that, our delicious pot of ogbono soup is ready. This soup tastes so delicious. If you're still watching our video till this moment, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share our video. Subscription is free and it means a lot to us. Can you see how beautiful this ogbono soup is looking? I'm super excited because our third dish is ready. That takes us to the last dish. And for the last dish, we'll be making vegetable soup. In a pot, I added red oil, then the blended tomato, pepper, and onions. Vegetable soup is very quick and easy to make. You can use it to eat rice, yam, and also eat it with your swallow. So I love to have this soup at home. After allowing the blended pepper, tomato and onions to boil for some time, I added crayfish. Then I gave it a quick mix, added little salt to taste. I also added seasoning cube and the well-washed dried fish, smoked fish and the big crayfish. I combined everything together, allow it to boil. Then I'll be adding the vegetable at last after the sauce is well cooked. I love to have vegetable soup at home because it is packed with vitamins and minerals. The thing I enjoy most in having this last dish at home is that I can use it to eat any food of my choice. I can choose to eat it with swallow and also eat it with rice or even spaghetti. While the vegetable sauce is boiling, I went ahead to add the proteins. I'll cover and allow it to boil for 5 minutes before adding the vegetables. At this point, the sauce is well cooked. You can allow it to dry up, or you can leave some water in it if you want some more water in the soup. So I went ahead to add the vegetables. After adding the vegetables, I just keep on mixing until all the ingredients is well combined, and I cover it to cook for 1 or 2 minutes. While our 4 dishes for the week is ready, I'm super excited. While having these dishes for the week is easy during the week, but prepping it can be a bit challenging. It takes time when you have to cook numerous soups and stew for the week. But the good thing is that once you have all this meal prepped and kept in the fridge, it will make the cooking and everything for the week very easy for you. Once you get back from work, school, anywhere, you can just go in and microwave your food or boil and eat. You don't have to be thinking about what to eat for the week because you already have them prepped. I am super excited to share with you how I prep my meal for the week. I would love to know if you'll be trying this method. Don't forget to like our videos, share our videos, and also leave your comments below. Bye. See you in our next one.